He is France. I am Vlad, and this is Let's Talk Battle Rap Podcast. Today, as always, we got another action-packed show for you. That's right. We're gonna recap the Trenches event. Drop your location. John the Don versus Eazy the Block Captain, or Eazy the Block Captain versus John the Don. However you want to look at it. Then we gotta visit this judging scandal. I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna talk about it. Then we're going to talk about Rock and Eazy. What's going on tonight? It got kind of crazy. And then last but not least, we got the I Heard report, rookies versus sophomores. And as always, this episode is brought to you by letstalkbattlerap.com. And just a keynote, when you go to the site, we're updating a couple things. So please give us some grace. Give us some grace. Everything's being worked out. Our homie is, on vacation, but he'll be back. But please go check out the site. We got things dropping. And without any further ado, I bring to you my main man, Big France. What up, player?
It's a Monday night pod, or this will be a Tuesday morning pod for y'all, but it's Monday night for us, so we're gonna wild out.
Now we dropping this right after France. We need all them views in that 24
I mean, it's already 11 o'clock. By the time I drop it, will be Tuesday morning.
There you go. That's right.
Yeah. But we're fresh off of the weekend, you know what I'm saying? The Bullpen and the Trenches collaborated event, Drop Your Location. And man, I'm just so excited this calendar year is over. I cannot believe 2023 is about to close the books on the year. There's probably still a couple more transactions in the next 2 weeks or so. Just running under the radar. I know RB also had an event this weekend. We'll see those battles.
Pre-recorded battles will be dropping. Hopefully there's no jump cuts.
Feel me?
Hello.
All right. And then
gotta love the nighttime shows, friends.
Out the gate. You know what I'm saying? Listen, nobody's making a big deal out about it, so just lets me know nobody's watched it. So
damn. Out the gate.
Somebody would have talked about it.
But France, man, let's get straight to these payments, Ninja. What these people are here for.
Yeah, let's do that, man. Wow. I was excited about this battle for many reasons. You know what I'm saying? It was a long way to Grudge. Eazy's had one hell of a year. John. People have not been rocking with John as much this year. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he was a heavy underdog going into the battle via our Twitter polls. I'm not going to use anybody else's stuff. I'm going to use our stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I trust our data. I trust our audience. I trust y'all that vote on our systems. And the whole card was built around the Trenches talent and the Bullpen talent. Unfortunately, they lost the co-main event last minute. Mike P and Loso did not go down. I wonder what happened there.
Oh, I don't know, man. Maybe 40,000 things could have happened there. But, he got sick, so couldn't make it.
Yeah. They actually, it's funny because they did actually talk about it a little bit today. Did you see Loso's tweet?
I did not. Oh, I did. The Black Captain said, "Give me that."
Loso tweeted out, "What league want to pick me and Mike up?" And then John John's response was, "Whoever's willing to pay me and Eazy back them deposits." And then, interestingly, Mike P says to John in the same thread of tweets, he says, "I gave Eazy the deposit back the minute I said I couldn't make it. I don't know how you want to handle it, Loso. Maybe we could battle on your league, not his league, your league, to make it easy on his end. Just figure out what mine's." Interesting that Mike P gave the refund back to the Trenches, but not for the Jack Boy battle.
Hey, man, they ain't requested. He knew the Block Captain would be on his neck, son. Online, crossing all kinds of lines. Like, Block Captain ain't playing. We've seen him lately. He's letting it loose, man. He's dropping all sorts of SMDs, and he ain't holding nothing back anymore. Mike P said, "You know what, man? I don't know about this guy. I'm giving this thing back. Something tells me just give him his money back. I'm going to stay clear of all stray shots, man." Smart move, Mike.
let's work our way towards the card. Let's talk about the undercard and some of the battles leading up to the main event. And for those listening, you know this show's always timestamped. So if you just want to get to the main event, you know where to find it. It's gonna be down there for you. You can just click it. You know what I'm
They're like,
saying?
yo, come on, friends, stop playing. We don't want to
You,
hear
you,
about
you
this.
listen. You don't gotta say that.
Listen, man, we make it very easy for you guys. All right, we are one of the few. Well, actually, France, he's the pioneer. Let's say he's one of the early pioneers. I don't want anyone to jump out there and say we did it first. So listen, man, the show is time stamped. If you want to jump to Eazy versus John, just hit the timestamp. We've made it very easy for you. But for those of you who enjoy the show in its totality and want to come along for the ride with us, let's go along on this journey. France, let's go, player.
All right. Well, some of the undercard standouts, the top bulls versus the top trenches MCs. The trenches MCs still no chance. All right. These top bulls came here for vicious violence, and out the gate, Bullpen was up 2-0.
Love the
Am I lying, Beasley?
France. You definitely were not lying, man. It was unequivocally, man. Bullpen was slaughtering out there.
All right. So, but then we kick off to the main undercard, the undercard of the undercard.
But first though, shout out to the what's my man's name with the red bandana? CNJ something.
CNG TAY.
TAY. He was dope. I really enjoyed his performance. So I want to give him a shout out because he caught my attention. I liked what he was doing. Keep on doing your thing. So thumbs up to that dude.
Salute to him. Salute to him. And the first battle on the undercard kicked things off was Jmorr and Bonus. And bruh,
my goodness.
Jmorr his shot close range and ran with it. I mean, Bonus was no slouch too. It was a good back and forth.
Right. Hold on for 1 second. Plug this thing in. Pause. Make sure I got some juice at the computer. Yo, Jmorr,
bruh.
He was Earth
on fire.
It was his shooting percent. It was 100%.
All greens.
Crazy. All greens. Because I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, man, Bullpen, they going bananas right now. They creaming these cats. Then all of a sudden, this dude went ham. It went so crazy. I had to tweet about it. I was like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I've always heard Jmorr's name. I've seen bits and clips there, but I've never sat down and say, I'm going to invest my time and watch a Jmorr battle. So I'm glad that, I got a chance to actually watch because this dude was worth it, man. Like, yo, France, he knew this was my opportunity. This is live pay-per-view. And there were some other people who had opportunities to do their thing that night and propel themselves. And that man says, screw all of that. Y'all gonna remember my name, man. And True and he's up on 3 show today. 3 don't sleep. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I seen you, man. Yo, you got to get on the show. You went crazy. So Jmorr, I can't even talk about it. France, please take over, man.
Yeah, Jmorr was... I'm a bit familiar with Jmorr because I've been in some of his early PGs. He definitely was a little bit around the circuit of 2018 in the Survivor Series undercard. He's got some notable names on his resume. He's battled Kid Chaos. He's battled Chetrez. He's battled Cuban. He's battled Moon. Specifically Moon. He's got a rooftop battle on URL against Moon. Okay. This battle might be in the vault now. I don't know what happened to this battle. It got premiered one time on Caffeine, and the battle was really, really, really good. I don't know why it never dropped on the app or what happened to it, but the boy's been nice. And also back in the band legacy, PGs, you could catch him there. He had a one-off against Brooklyn Carter. If everybody knows of Jmorr, they know he's been extremely talented for a long time, and he's got a lot of the respect of the rappers. When you got that approval of your peers, the peers that a little bit higher up on you on the totem pole or of accomplishment, when they're looking down and yo, this motherfucking nice, you know what I'm saying? That lets you know that, he's one of them ones. Obviously, he had a bit of a little situation that occurred, you know what I'm saying, with Ace, and out there in the DMV that I don't really feel too comfortable speaking about on these airwaves to kind of...
Oh, that's here! I remember there was a back and forth. Yes.
It was more than a back and forth.
I don't want to get into that, man. You know what I'm saying? There's too much to talk about.
Listen, I'll say this. If you know, I say this. If you know, you know, and if you don't, this is your great opportunity to go find out. But
right. Yes.
that situation probably derailed him a bit from kind of like being involved with a lot of things,
Yeah.
and you just pull up his verse track. He was kind of active, but not too much in 2022 and
Yeah.
2023 for real, for real. So like, I was intrigued to see what he was gonna do, and he was supposed to headline the tryout trenches card they just did like last month for in
Right.
October, if I recall, and he couldn't make the battle. So I was like, damn, I really want to see what he looks like in the trenches. So when he pulled up here and he was just out the gate the way he was, I wasn't surprised. Jmorr is nice.
Man, out the gate, man. He just left Earth. But wow, man. I always heard his name, and I do remember, situation. So but yeah, but yo, man, it just goes to show you if you keep doing your thing and you're truly talented, you can always make an impact, make an impression, and that can open up doors. Because I'm pretty sure his line is ringing. I'm pretty sure situations are going to be set up because, truth be told, man, he's one of the standouts of the night, man, to be able to hold people's attentions for multiple rounds in battles because it was a long night. You know what I mean?
if you had, look, 16 MCs on the card, he was a top 4 battler on the card. And
Hello.
All right, this card had a lot of top tiers on it. So
yeah.
Salute to Jmorr. I really want to say Bonus definitely fought though. I thought he had a very vigilant effort. I was happy with his second round in particular because the second round kind of matched the explosiveness of Jmorr's first round. So everybody throwing him the 1-1. They're like, we got a little battle here going on. Hold up. Nobody was expecting this battle to be this good. And that's one thing that Trent. That's one thing that Trent. I got to give credit to the trenches is like they will find a byproduct of somebody that like probably hasn't gotten an opportunity, that's very hungry and talented, and put them in a position to display that hunger, and it's like almost find like a hidden gem damn near.
Right. Yeah, man. And it's been with folks that have been around too for a minute. And they got a couple of newcomers. So yeah, they're figuring it out, man. They're definitely figuring it out.
Big salute to both of them, and big salute to Jmorr. Took that shot, ran with it, and went on 3 Letterman show the very next day.
They're like, I know it's 4:58 in the morning, my dude. I gotta get to work early. Can we get this in?
yo, you got 20 minutes, my dude. You got crazy. All that good stuff. Take it easy, man. You got time you working too hard, 3. You're doing interviews like his life's on the line to say, take it easy, 3.
3's the MVP, man. He's the MVP of the year, yo. Like he definitely the MVP.
Is he ever? If I don't see him at the top of these lists when it comes to media, I'm gonna ride for somebody. But I will say, Jmorr in his interview with 3 decided to call all the guys over at URL. He called out Eunice, Hansel, Klutz. He said,
Cortez.
I would Klutz. Yeah.
Oh man.
Took some shots, man. Took some shots. His clip doing crazy numbers. Everybody loved it. Listen, just take advantage. When you get this little bit of momentum, you got to stay in this because this is where you continue to build. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Hopefully there ain't no politics. Hope because if he's trenches, I know URL and the block captain got their situation. Hopefully that doesn't stop his talent from being able to do something over there. So, but he's planted his flag though, man. He's trenches, and I'm pretty sure he's down to take whatever comes with that. But that battle was it was a goodie, because it showcased some good talent that's been around for a while that stayed down. And Jmorr just happened to outshine Bonus more that night, no pun intended. Definitely did his thing. But friends, before we go into the next battle, though, I definitely want to say the environment was definitely throwing me off some because even though it was the big warehouse, can pack a lot of people. Great. I love that. It's still pit style, fantastic. But the acoustics in there was it was poor, man. You can hear things echoing, and they didn't have microphones. So folks in the building, and then there was the talking going on and stuff like that. Whereas in the previous venue, everything just sounded crispy, sounded clear. You could tell, even though it's a smaller place, people are packed in, so they're forced to pay attention, and you can hear a lot clearer because there's not 30 feet of ceiling space above you and stuff like that. So I was just wondering how that was going to play throughout the night because sometimes environments and vibes make a night what it is, and I was just noticing that I did not like that change in environment, man. So please, man, please reconsider that venue.
It's interesting because as a league owner, like you try to continuously progress and make adjustments according to your previous event to like make something
Yeah.
better. And along the way, you're going to find a new shortcoming, a new error, a new
Yeah,
deficiency that you have
right.
to overcome. And is Danny Myers said this is like battle rap is the only thing you can do hundreds of times and never perfect.
It's just like
And
a
I would,
computer. Sometimes you
yeah,
turn it on and it's like, what? Like, what's going on? And why?
yeah.
Why when I turn off the phone and turn it back on, now it decides to work? You know what I'm saying? It should work every
And
time.
yeah, and you mentioned that. I want to talk a little bit about, I guess, the way the event was curated and ran. Then we go back to the battles because that really played a part into the way we recapped in our article today. You know what I'm saying? Like I heard from people that were in the building that I was communicating with, like, yo, if you're not in the pit or if you're not standing on top of the stuff around where everybody's rapping,
Right.
like
Can't hear
you
anything.
cannot hear these battles. And I believe that for them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to the commentators. You know what I'm saying? I had to light them up a little bit in the write up. You know what I'm saying? But I had to let them know this wasn't it.
You,
This wasn't up to par.
you cannot be missing rounds and recapping battles, man. Like you're there. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
like before we knew the acoustics of the venue,
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, why are you? What happened? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now that I realize, okay, you were in a spot where you could not hear it. I get that. And you were also asked last minute to do this. You weren't clipped up with the notes you would want to be, but you said yes. So you have to, I can't hear. Let me get close so I can hear so I can talk about it. Because if I'm paid to talk about it, or if I'm there to talk about it, like I need to be able to listen
You
to what
gotta
I'm
talk
talking about.
about it, man. You got to talk about it. But
But again, the venue obviously had effect to that.
no
To that.
microphones.
No microphones.
Yeah, man. So, like I said, the vibe plays a role in everything. So I was just noticing the vibe and it just wasn't the most conducive. But certain MCs throughout the night was able to make it feel like, yo, this place is rocking right now. People are really tuned in. So it just showed you how much of material and how much charisma you gotta have to really capture certain audiences because other MCs were not able to keep the people's attention at all that night.
Well, I'll tell you what, after Jmorr and Bonus, the ladies hit the stage and they definitely had a fun battle, but it was a little bit of a drop before we had somebody rock the room again.
Facts, man. Battles like these, you kind of go, man, I really like one person's material more, but they're not clean. And then the other person is kind of like, all right, they're consistent, but they're never really like rim rockers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
So,
Cashflo Recap and Zan is really just as fundamental as like, yo, Cashflow was solid every round. She
right.
put up a good round, not a round that you couldn't beat if you were on point or you caught momentum, but she put up a good enough round that you would have to win against. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
feel like I'll just be straight up. Zan entertained me more. Zan entertained me
Right.
more every round. I was definitely rocking with Zan's, Philly flow. The dope pocket.
Mm-hmm.
It's the AMG. How I go and flow pocket. Like that is just hard. You know what I'm saying? But she's not clean, so like I can't.
It's a little
I can't
chop
just be like.
cheesy, man.
I can't just try to like say I'm more entertained the materials, but I can't reward that. I can't reward that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if
Right.
I do reward it, it sets a very bad precedent. So
But you know who
I can't.
does reward it, France? Other league owners, man. They go, I don't care. I just like it, and people like it. And the
Yeah.
numbers are higher. I'm going to bring her in. I don't care. This is the era that we're in. But Zan, tighten up, man. You got good material. You can deliver it as pay-per-view. If the people ain't really rocking, you keep going, man. You gotta remember your stuff. I gotta salute Cashflo Rizzy. She was on her job. She did her thing. She wrote what she wrote and delivered it. Zan was a little bit more entertaining, but she's more choppy. So
A lot of bit more entertaining.
yeah, for sure. All right, listen, I'm trying to be respectful. You know what I'm saying?
I am too, but I also want to be real. Like like I will say this: if Zan was clean, I do think you could debate for Cashflow because she did have her writing was well. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, her being a bit more monotone and Zan having all this energy and different pockets that she's hitting, like it's very easy that be overshadowed. And so for Cashflow, I mean, this is kind of just who Cashflow is. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get a solid performance from her. She's battled two
Yeah.
top tiers this year. She battled Shuni and Hart, and she was all right in those battles. She choked. This battle she didn't choke, so I got to salute that for sure.
Yeah.
This was probably her best performance out the three. What you laughing?
You ain't supposed to choke, man. What are we saluting? You did your damn job.
Hey, listen, you cleaned it up.
You woke up this morning. Congratulations.
You know, you
I
might
mean,
you might
actually,
be.
congratulations. Some people ain't wake up this morning, so for real,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Did you know Zan is the 7th highest viewed female battle rapper of all time?
Yo, it's bananas, man. Congratulations to her, man.
Yeah,
That's
we're glad to
crazy.
see her back outside, but you just gotta clean it up. That's all.
That's it. All right, moving on.
Moving on. So this is where the night gets a little bleak. You know what I'm saying? Despite his name, there was no dynamite here. Kaboom versus Riggz. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, yeah, man. Yo, last Trenches event, I gave Kaboom wild praise.
Yeah,
I thought he smoked Woody. You know, his rounds were long for sure.
They were good though. They were definitely good.
They were good. I thought he was shooting a high percentage. This battle, though, the percentage was just not the same. It just was not the same. It just the potency wasn't there. He had some good spots, but there were so many misses or just I don't know, man. Kaboom, this just wasn't the same formula, the same recipe. And Riggz is good. He's solid. He has his formula. He does his thing in the first round, and then he has his second round formula, and then his third round formula where he gets more lyrical and all that stuff. So you already know his attack and where he's gonna go with it. So you know what to expect, you know. And he's solid. He's definitely a formidable opponent. And I was just expecting a Kaboom that I saw from the Gwitty battle, but more condensed. So I thought, man, if he gets rid of the whatever the fluff was and just keeps that level of punching, this joint should be fire. But he just never really reached that level of consistency. It was, further and fewer in between, man. And I was a little let down from this battle. And Riggz could have snapped his neck, but Riggz content, it's good, but it's not snapping necks. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Riggz has earned a bigger name, I feel like, because the competition that they've given him there, the people who he's faced, he's won back-to-back battles clearly. So if he's trenches easy, give him somebody that's a step up. Let's see if that makes him step his game up to where we're like, oh man, this is killer Riggz right here. Or if he stays at this level and it's like, well, hey, all right, maybe you can take care of these cats, but when it comes to the next level competition, so that's where Riggz is at with the trenches right now. Give him a bigger name and let's see what's up, man. 3 rounds. Give Tony Bro in his corner right there. Let him go ham. Let him hold on to his shirt and all that. Let him go crazy. But battle was, as Easy would say, such a battle, such it was. It was R.
Was it?
They was battling, and the battle was.
Listen,
What you thought, man?
I want to do some math here on this.
Oh boy.
So, when Riggz was at the King of the Dot season, he ranked in the top like 15 out of 48 battlers, didn't make the playoffs, and so he kind of a little off the radar after that tournament. And then this year, I feel like it's been a really good, like, rejuvenating year as far as like getting back active and all that. Like K Walker battle was solid.
Good
probably
battle.
One of the yeah, it's a good battle actually. One of the solid. One of the standout undercard performers from Max Out, and this battle, honestly, I feel like ranks below those other performances. You know what I'm saying?
Riggz
so like he
beats everybody.
He definitely beat Kaboom clear and probably a larger margin than any other opponent he's had so far this year. But the performance was the least dynamic out the three that I've seen this year. And the competition level as a whole, like, in the vacuum, I don't want to disrespect these guys, but K Walk and J Slash and Kaboom, like they I don't know if this pushes your pen to compete with like higher level guys. When I look at Riggz against Geechee, in my brain, I'm like, I feel like that defines who he is more in the big spot than these battles. Which is unfair maybe for me to feel that way because he's working to
you gotta give him another shot. He got a new home league. The new home league has to say, okay, he's won 2 battles against formidable known opponents. We have to give him a step up and see what's up.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody's aware that, like, listen, you're winning, you're doing well, but there has to be another level to hit because these guys ain't nothing like the next level that you're trying to reach. You know what I'm saying?
Easy could have kept Mike's deposit and just set up Riggz and Mike P. You know what I mean?
Well, then it wouldn't have gone down though.
Why?
Because Mike P would have, like Mike P still would have won his 40, right?
I'm talking about for the next event.
Oh, okay.
He got sick, man. It wasn't the money. He wasn't another tournament for some more money too. You know what I'm saying?
That he was.
Oh, man, when you find,
Nah, but solid win by Riggz. As for Kaboom, it was weird because like that Gwitty battle, he got a lot of praise, and you look back at it now, you're like, he got that much praise because we're not used to seeing him be that good. You know what I mean?
Damn. Son. Wow. Man said, I'm keeping it real Holyfield tonight, baby.
I thought it was truth telling up here. I was telling the truth.
Got me here 11:35 at night. I'm gonna keep it real, baby. Keep it real. And all the way live. We keep it real.
He's somebody that is like an influence to Rum Nitty. So when you say that out loud and you watch a performance like that, it's like you say to yourself, how? But it's deeper than that because I don't get how you get him for a Gwitty battle and not for Riggz. I don't get that. Because he was very good in the Gwitty battle.
I saw him on Caps and he was saying these dudes don't move me. I wasn't inspired. I hear all that, but you did it for you had 8 rounds prepared for Gwitty.
You know what though? It was a theme card. It was a Philly versus New York.
That's true. That's true. And then maybe it's like back to back. It's like, all right, like y'all could have threw me something. You know what I mean? I don't know, but it is what it is. You still took the battle. You still had 7 rounds written for Riggz, and these this is the work you chose to present to us. So I don't know, man. Kaboom. I really like the content you had in the Gwitty battle. I don't know what's up with this one per se, but moving on, what you can do. So just you get another opportunity, do your thing, man. Just show and prove again, bro.
Yeah, just tap back into the Gwitty bag,
please. But just condense the round, though. Just condense the round.
Please do that. But more importantly, find the opportunity that's going to inspire you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, many times I hear from battlers about them accepting something that they knew that they were not motivated for, but I guess the deal was just too sweet. The opportunity was too good. The money's too good. And I tell you what, you can maybe get a little burst of excitement after you say yes and that deposit hits, but there's still days and weeks, maybe even months upon a time till that moment comes, and then you realize all that shit fades.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Facts, man.
So y'all been through it. Y'all been through it. Y'all have taken enough battles where y'all been unmotivated to know to not take them. That's what I'll say.
Hello.
All right.
Fact though, man.
All right. And so back some more Philly terrors. So now we have ness versus Clone, and I'm not going front. It was a solid battle, but it definitely it was weird because Clone wasn't probably getting the reaction that he wanted. You can see earlier visibly Riggz is fighting for the reaction, yeah, with me, yeah, with me, yeah, with me. But Kaboom wasn't good enough for them to gas him. They couldn't save him. And in this battle, Clone also was he's let me just punch through it. You know what I'm saying? Let me just punch through it. So I'm not gonna let the lack of reactions bother me. But I also feel like Ness, at times he did get a reaction, but I also feel like at times he didn't. So I was confused. I'm like, are we gassing Philly or are we like? Did you feel that way too?
It's a time of the night where the audience is just kind of like,
Right,
it's like,
right.
I don't know, man. I will say this: Ness's first round. Oh my goodness, man, that dude he was floating, man. He was moonwalking on that joint, and he had the attention and all that. I gotta say this: I don't. All right, his second was, huh? But his third was
It was it was it was
such a his second was, but his third,
Yeah.
but his third definitely it was cool, like it was good, but I don't know. Even you can see it was wearing on their faces. They're like, "Damn, son, we are working." And I will say this, yo, as an audience and artists, and I've been to enough concerts and just battle rap events to know, like, yo, man, we got to work with each other. If they're giving us energy, we got to give some energy back. And then the show is just, better. But ultimately, we're the ones paying. So it's y'all jobs to get us hyped enough to give you guys energy back. You know what I mean? So somewhere along the line, there's miscommunication with the audience, whether it's acoustics, the way that's set up, the vibe, whatever. And this is what I mean by, if you put that back in the environment where it was before, where everyone is in some banquet hall and it's all, you got low ceilings, so everything is just louder. You know what I mean? That it's just like, yo, okay, this battle may stand a better chance because they had like material to rock it at points in the battle, but it's hard keeping people's attention when you can go walk over there, buy food, holler at your mans, roll up, cut your fronto, and then patch it together with organic tape and all that stuff. Like, you know what I mean? So it's a different type of environment, but Enes definitely showed like, yo, I still got skills, I still could rap. Clone staying true to his style, so but to me, this battle was just kind of like a net neutral. Like no one really moved forward or gained any leverage. It's like, all right, they battled, nobody choked and stuff like that. They got their content out, both showed flashes. It was cool, but I mean,
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a step up from the previous battle. I mean, you would have to try very hard to be worse than
sure.
You have to try very hard to be worse than Kaboom that night. But like, I felt like, what happened?
Nothing.
The first round, Ness's first round, really good. Clone second round, very good.
Right.
Definitely, you were right about the crowd not really fueling the momentum, and they're really out there working. Like they're
Right,
punching through. They're punching through the lack of reaction, and then obviously Ness's third round had some turbulence going with it, and I thought Clone secured the win clearly. Had to like just close the deal better.
Yeah,
and I say Clones had some really good battles this year. Some battles that people are screaming out battle of the year contenders.
him
You know,
versus Ab, yeah.
him versus Trez too. So
Yeah.
like people might don't be surprised if you see one of those two battles on the list. Maybe not mine, but you might see it on somebody's list. And that's the Clone that you want to see. And I don't, content wise, he wasn't that. He was a bit far off from those performances. Those battles were better than this one, but as a whole, the environment couldn't give him that. But then those battles were home, and this one was on the road. So now it's like, are you looking outside of Atlanta, big dog?
Yikes. Yeah, you gotta take that show. I mean, him and Froze battle never dropped. You know what I mean?
Hello.
We do. What's going on here?
I ain't forget that. I ain't forget that's vaulted. I ain't forget that.
Freaky Froze. But France, though, man. Speaking of money on the line and bets and stuff like that, Enes and Clone had a bet. They bet $1,000. Can't use any Making of the Band references or anything of that nature to win. I definitely felt like Clone had a Making the Band reference for sure. So doesn't Ness get the 1,000?
First, we got to find judges to administer.
No. They had a bet that if you use Making the Band references to win the battle or whatever. If you use to make it a bad
what
reference,
was the reference he used though? We gotta.
it was like a cheesecake reference or something like that. And Diddy was in the bar.
Mm.
It wasn't like, oh, you're on making the band, but you got cheesecake, you got Diddy. That's making the band. Those are references from that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but they had they're kind of like, yo, man, you owe me, I owe you, and no one's under no brand. Which is a theme for the night. We will see. So it wasn't even a did you win the battle overall. It's you cannot use these references to win. In this battle. You know what I mean? So I figured the bread should be handed over. So Clone, Ness, y'all figure it out, man. Because we ain't see no money exchanging any hands all Saturday night. And this was promoted. Me not like this, brethren. Me not like this.
Yeah, me don't like neither. And the night really takes up a good highlight here when we go to which is now the co-main event because co-main event is no longer on the card. You have Bill Collector and Bad News hit the stage. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, did Bill Collector put on a show.
Oh my gosh.
Bill Collector put that human being across from him in a motherfucking highlight reel. Do you hear me?
Bill Collector way. Yo, he a wild son. Like, France, as you know, man, I'm driving.
Yeah,
I'm on the road and stuff, so I got the earpiece in, listening to the waves direct me around. I'm listening to Bill Collector just go crazy, and you know, sometimes, man, you just don't want to be laughing or smiling because you don't want to. What you laughing at? Like, well, I'm listening to a battle. Forget about it. Yo, Bill Collector was losing his mind, yo. I mean, this is the Bill that we know and love. This is the Bill that we know. He's an alien, also, man. He's got his. I can't even explain it. He went crazy. First round shooting 100%. And then, yeah, man, Bad News comes out with the phone and it fell flat.
yeah,
bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Bad News went 0 for 2 for introductions in his first 2 rounds. Like, like I don't get it. Why?
I don't know, man. And then here's the thing: Bad News has A1 delivery. And I felt in certain battles, definitely in the Bags and Bodies, like he stepped up his lyrics. But in this battle, there's definitely points where he has some lyrics, but it's so much delivery and so much. It just wasn't as impactful, man. And Bill Collector is he just could not miss. It was just the levels of writing was just different. And Bad News, man. I'm sorry, bro. I've seen you do much better in other battles. It's not like you were whack or anything like that. You definitely were serviceable and all that. You had a decent battle. It looks, good enough. But man, Bill Collector was on one that night, bro. MVP of the night. And I just got to speak to this quickly. So many people could not keep the people's energy. And you could see why Bill is the people's champ. Soon as he starts rapping, he takes you back to his childhood where he got his sense of humor from because people used to pick on him and he, bounced around school to school. He's always making new friends. He's letting you know why he's him. He's a humble person who's gone through everything in front of the public. He gets knocked out, wakes up, not on his eye. He doesn't run from it. He runs to you and shows you what's going on. So it's like Bill has no shame and the people know him. And then on top of that, his bars are stupid. So he's just revered by the folks because he carries himself like he's one of them. And then he just knows how to get the crowd involved, man. And he managed to do that on a night where, it was a tough night for so many folks. So you got to give him extra points on that for the night. He went bananas.
Bro, Bill Collector since 2018 has been making like top 20 battle lists. So for the last 4 or 5 years in a row, like he's a perennial top 20 guy. In the last 2 times in the last 3 years, he's finished in the top 6. You know what I'm saying? This man just won $100,000 tournament last year. It was a runner-up 2 years ago, or 3 years ago. for another tournament, and he's the only person ever in history to make the finals of a tournament at URL and King of the Dot. Like his catalog is extremely extensive, and he's had one of the best battles of the year for like the last 2 or 3 years as well. Like I need people to. I need y'all to wake up a little bit. I need y'all to wake up because the hour, I mean, like we hadn't seen Bill in a while, and this era things move so quick. So if you go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months without seeing somebody, it feels like a whole brand new layover, right? But like, don't be shocked. This man is consistently this good. Like, I implore any of you to just go watch the King of the Dot tapes. You know what I'm saying? I kind of got invited for a little bit when he's like, "This is the best Bill I've ever seen," and I'm like, "Bro, he was amazing." And this probably isn't even the 10th best Bill I've ever seen, because he's got at least 6 immaculate performances over at the season, right? Then you got the T-Top battle with the bare minimum bar that just broke the room. You got the Hitman Holla battle. You got obviously his old work back in the day with a clean. Like he's got so much. His catalog is extensive. So while he was very great that night, MVP, best battler of on the floor that night, I just don't want to lose sight of the fact that he has been consistently great for a long time. 4 or 5 years is good enough sample size. And this is a guy that when he's active, he's probably one of the 10 best guys. He just hasn't been active. That's all it is.
Yeah, man. Salute to Bill, man. Got to give that man his flowers. Bananas that night. He was definitely box office and worth the money. So
I do want to say I did some digging. So you remember the second round when you remember the second round when Bad News tried to do a whole rebuttal, and it's like these people are gassing Bill, but this white woman is asleep.
Yeah, sleeping. Yeah.
Found her.
Oh boy.
I found her on Twitter.
Oh,
found her on Twitter. Here we go. She was there. So she's like, yeah, easy 2-1. You know what I'm saying? Peyton Rainer. There she goes. She's here. This is the woman in the rebuttal. You were in the battle.
Oh, hey, man. Wow. Damn. She may not want to hear what Bill had to say about her on Caps. So. Oh man, you know, because her name is all on there and stuff, I don't even want to say it.
But if you didn't know, you would have said it.
If I didn't know, I would have said it. But I can't see the name. I got some, unlike some other people, man, in media. I got some morals and principles, man. I'm gonna fall back on that. But you can go watch Cap's interview and see what Bill had to say about her. You know what I'm saying? But oh, I do want to say this though. Bad News is third with his freestyles and all that. I thought that he had some dope rebuttals. I thought he definitely had some energy with that, and I was definitely impressed by that. And I'm definitely impressed with the fact that fighting through, you know, that type of performance, man, he did not give up, and he kept his energy up. He kept his delivery up. He performed 100%. That whole time. So I got to give him his props for that, man, because a lot of people would have been like, man, they ain't messing with me, like whatever. But he came to do what he came to do. It just, you know, Bill Collector was just a better man that night to me.
He was the best battle rapper on the floor.
Hello.
Salute to Bill. Deserves all the credit.
Man. The main event, bruh.
Main event time. Let's get straight to these payments, ninja.
No, it wasn't her. It was wow.
No, this battle was good. This battle was good.
That definitely was a good battle. Let's start from the beginning of the day, because that's when the battle started. You know, the mind games. But actually, the battle started once you sign the contract. Once you sign the contract, the battle has started. Then there's battles within battles. So that morning, John the Don.
Yo, why did you say anything about my name? I just realized what my name said.
Do you not see your own name, Frank? Do I need to tell you your name?
If you're listening to this on Spotify, come to the 43-minute mark on YouTube for a pleasant laugh.
This man's got Hookah Doncic written as his name for the StreamYard. He's looking at his name the whole time. 43 minutes later, yo, why you ain't tell me about my name?
Oh shit!
You gotta stop drinking tap water, man. That fluoride is messing your brain up. Son. What's wrong with you?
Put down the weed.
As he drinks more tap water. Oh man. Oh, this dude France, man. Boy, if you got a laugh out of that, please hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Do your boys a favor, man. We greatly appreciate it. Share this. Don't keep us as your dirty little secrets. Share us with your like-minded battle rap friends, man. Look at this. I got real tears, bruh. Yo, why you ain't tell me about my name?
Oh no! I'm dying.
Yo, why is this dude mad?
I just now realized it.
Well, don't change it now, man.
It's too late. I gotta double down.
Oh my goodness, man. Hey, what name are you using? What are you using that name on StreamYard for when you're not doing this show? What kind of freaky European podcast are you doing when you're not doing this show, bro?
Oh man.
Oh, I forgot to log out to my burner. It's me, Hookah Doncic. We got best maps podcast here. Number one in America here.
I'm crying, bro. I'm crying. Please, man. It's enough.
What's his name of podcast?
Oh no!
Oh, my abs are killing me, son.
I surrender, please. I don't want to laugh no more. I can't do it.
All right, man. Yo, okay.
Now I gotta change the timestamp.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Main event starts now.
I'm sorry, man. Oh, man. I'm sorry. Take a deep breath and count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Let's start back, man. Main event time, bro.
Yeah.
Main event started that morning with that tweet from John the Don. Can we visit the tweet? Is it possible? Does the Don John still have the tweet on his page?
Of course he does. He doesn't have. Everybody else does. Say that much.
Well, we don't need to give nobody else light.
All right, I got it up. Let me pull it up.
Hey, yo.
Whew.
Hookah.
It's just, how is that going to work? How is it going to work though now? Like, even if you go back with the ball, right? Which, all right, I'll come out, explain everything that happened. Yo, we was fucking with each other. You was cheating on ball, such and such, and whatever happens. Let's say Love and Hip Hop pick it up. Y'all get back together. How does now? I get a bag. You know what I mean? I get a little bag. I get a little check, couple little, you know what I'm saying? Such and such a, you know what I mean? I'm the boy that such and such a cheat. I'm around now. I'm a little bit. So at the end of the day, it kind of fit, like it fit everybody. That's, I'm saying, I'm too comfortable. I should have knew me being in fucking New York, me being at Ring Joe, and I know I'm fucking this bitch. I knew this nigga should have been plotting on me because I would have been doing the same. You know what I mean? This nigga was in the city. I'm saying, no blood, no nothing. No blood, no scratch, no nothing. Nigga, he had 2 clean Jones.
For the last slide, which is not a part of the phone conversation that was recorded by an anonymous party, it's easy addressing it.
I did not get into no fight with nobody. 1, 2, nobody has ever knocked me out ever in life.
Period.
In life, period.
Rose said, Period.
All right. So, I mean, look, we talked about it when this happened on this show, and we said, listen, you don't fool with this verbiage. We get the loopholes of everything that you're saying. You didn't get into a fight. You're right. You didn't retaliate back. That doesn't mean you didn't get hit.
Right.
Okay. You never got knocked out. That could also be true. The hit that you got hit with wasn't strong enough to knock you out.
Or maybe his jaw was, could withtake it.
Hey, listen, if you got a Canelo jaw, we learned that after this recording.
You're a wild boy.
I mean, at the end of the day, I was there. So obviously I personally did not see it happen, but I had enough rumblings because I told you, and I said it on this show.
Mm-hmm.
I did see the man leave the venue. You know what I'm saying? I seen Stat Paul with my own two eyes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A Kool-Aid mouth. And I'm just telling you what I saw.
What flavor?
Cherry, strawberry, you know what I'm saying?
Red.
Red. Bruh. What do you think, man? You know what I'm saying? Because I have a lot of thoughts, but it's just.
Oh man. All right. Recording phone calls is a no. That person's in straight violation.
Right.
B. Oh man, I'm pretty sure he didn't think anyone would record him. I guess he didn't. He got caught slipping, bro. He's speaking freely. He's like John Gotti on the tapes, convicting himself. No one else. You're doing all the talking. You're providing all the evidence. And see, it's just all frustrating for him because he can't speak on a situation. He said it himself. I'm mad I can't speak about anything. So, I'll just assume there's an NDA where he can't speak about anything. I could be wrong, but for someone who's so boisterous and so vocal, to hold back this long and proclaim like I'm mad because I can't speak, you're being held back, man. And on one hand, you could look at it like, yo, you know what? At least it's out there now. Maybe I messed up by speaking on it, but I didn't speak on it by going out and making any proclamations of this is what happened, this is what didn't happen. But now that it's out there, y'all take it and run with it. And I'm willing to take everything that comes with it, boy. Y'all want to put me in headlines? It's cool. Y'all want to put me on these shade rooms so these women can get more familiar with me? It's cool. My bag is just going to keep increasing. So, on one hand, now that it's out, it's like, yo, it's out here, man. So now he can move on with that part of his life. Maybe he can't speak about it in interviews or, make songs or just do, make a blog or whatever. But at least he spoke on it, man. But John dropping that, man, that's a personal choice. I'm kind of with 3, man. I'm old. And even though this is entertainment, I mean, I feel young, though. Don't get it twisted. But even though this is entertainment, there's still a married couple here. So as a human being, it's tough for me to put something out there that corroborates it with the person who's allegedly doing the such and such with such and such like. So John, you're a bold man for dropping that. You know what I'm saying? But it's his words that got him twisted out there, man. So it's just as the world turns, man. Another day in battle rap, you got Verb dropping tapes and other people got tapes, and it's messy, man. That's why I'm glad I only speak to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if my voice is ever on the internet, I'm like, yo, France, man, what happened, bro? How my voice get out there?
I do want to say, man, when John dropped the tweet, I was in the spaces. I was listening to Verb. I was listening to Yoshi. Vado was in the space. Of course, McCody's in the space. And Yoshi's like, "Oh my God, John just dropped something." And everybody's like, "What just happened? What just happened?" And then they're like, "Play it in here. Play it in here. What is it? Play it in here." You know what I'm saying? And everybody's kind of just trying to avoid the the topic, dance around it, not talk about it. Yo, she says verbatim. This is a recorded space. She says verbatim. I'll just read the transcript because it's transcribed, and she's about to start reading. She goes, "I can't do that. I'll get in trouble." She stops. Then they all dance around the topic, and they don't discuss it, and they end the space. And I was like,
Chrome promise.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It gets very interesting when the shoe's on the other foot. And in fairness, though, I will say Eazy from his original live back in June after addressing situation 21 days after it happened.
Yeah.
He didn't lie. He technically did not lie.
He chose his words very wisely.
Yes, he did. Problem is, people like us could see through that.
Oh man. Let's go, player.
People like us could see through those words. And even when the audio obviously of like P came out that Verb played and he did that live with Verb, he told Verb, he's like, I'll be honest, I don't agree with recordings. And he planted his flag there because he knows there is a recording in the world of him out there.
I mean, a recording already dropped from him, you know,
Right.
so his voice is already out there.
Yeah.
And we knew, I didn't know because I have no possessions of no tapes. I don't want any tapes. Don't send me any tapes. I won't open them. I just don't even want to be in that world to even say Vlad was privy to any of that. But other folks don't mind paying for content that can harm other folks to put it out and monetize on it. That's on them. That ain't my lane. But there's a lane out there, and y'all clearly want to hear it. So people gonna do it. I ain't judging it. You know, it's just not my hustle. But
the one thing it kind of did, it made everybody feel like Eazy lied, and he's been very strategic with the way he presents the perception of things, and he's always been choosing his words very wisely with almost any and every situation that kind of details it to a point where he's like technically not lying, but it's also like trying to negate it being an existing thing that's attached to him. And again, like I said, if you're smart enough to read through it and listen to exactly what he's saying verbatim, you know he's dancing around it. You know what I'm saying?
about it. Can't speak about it.
Right. And then I remember when he said, you know, that he tweeted out, said that my team advised you not to talk about it. And then I remember Loso tweeted to him, and it had a lot of traction. Loso said, well, if nothing happened, why can't you speak?
Loso messy, man. Coco Loso's a wild boy. What's that? Yo, church boys, man. Why he all in the mess? Why he all in the tea?
On the videos.
Mind your business.
He is not your business.
You feel me?
But you know, it's just something he's got to live with now. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's been used already in 3 battles. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear no E-Hive saying it's an overused angle, because we got angles for a decade long plus it's still hitting out here. So we're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? He's got to. This is his bet. He has to lie in it. You know what I'm saying? And I will say though, so before we get to the battle, for as generational as a counter writer as we coined him,
yeah,
I have not yet seen him find a proper attack for this angle that he knows is coming.
Fam, he cannot speak on said situation. He can't rap about it. He can't speak about it. He can't tweet about it. He can't make a thread about it. It's a no-fly zone on the topic, clearly. This is he's dropped little bars here and there, leading up to the punch, you know, and all this other stuff. We've caught the little jewels he's dropped because he's a rapper. He's got to express himself. If you're clever enough to catch him, you understand what he's saying. But all in all, he cannot sit here. I believe he cannot sit here and speak on the situation at all. So he's always going to be battling from a limited perspective at this point. And his opponents know that, unless they sign a piece of paper that says you cannot speak about XYZ. So he's battling with a handicap right now. It's wild to see, man. So I don't know how he's going to navigate this, but I feel like that's definitely holding back his counter writing perspective because he can't get crazy. He can't flex his pen and counter anything.
Damn.
Imagine seeing the punch. Imagine you in a fight. You see a punch coming at you. You know you have the capability and speed to block it. Your mind is telling your arms, get up here, protect my face. And your arms are just not moving. And you're getting punched in the face over and over again. And there's nothing you can do about it. That's what's happening. Unless he decides, screw it. I'm just going to talk. I'm going to give them what they want.
What he said? Screw it.
I'm a star, baby. This is me. I don't care what happens. You know what I'm saying? No woman's going to hold me back from saying what I want to say. You know, until we get that, it's probably going to be as good as it gets, man.
The writing's been on the wall. Yeah, so.
Yes, it has, man. The writing has definitely been on since the Diz battle. The writing has been on the wall. Diz says there's an NDA. He says there's no NDA. Diz proves here's the NDA. Bull says, yeah, there is an NDA. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's going on here, dog? You know what I mean? So there's a proven track record, like over time. You know what I mean? So he can't, man. He can't. And the Geechee battle was signed before all of that stuff happened, so he didn't fall under NDA, and they could not make him sign one because he's like, And I'm pretty sure he was like, yo, you gotta give me like another 100 racks or something. I'll sign it then. I ain't trying to do all that. I'm just kidding. But all in all, Geechee was able to say what he wanted to say because he wasn't under the NDA. Come on, man. Bull is battling Geechee. God, he one of the most disrespectful dudes after Arsenal. And the counter right, he couldn't counter right nothing. He had to say if an N-word, right? If you heard an N-word, hit me. So he disrespected him. You're like a chattel slave. You're an N-word. And he said, over a female. What street ninja block captain? He would have used the B word any other time. The women are B words, but now it's a female, and he ain't dead. It's more than likely is because I still got the female. Who speaks like that? You know what I mean? That told me all I needed to know.
Yeah, that also played in. Geechee's like, he's like, yo, that moment of reaction wasn't worth what you did because you literally gave me a layup from my angle. He's like, if you really wanted to counteract my angle, you would have addressed Rem before I got a chance to address Rem. Be like, yo, why don't you clear this up? Double down.
That's all I'm saying, man. You know what I mean? Things happen.
Double down the wrong direction. but you didn't even double down. You just just slightly went down, just slightly pressed down.
He couldn't even call it a B word. He had to call her a female. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard Eazy refer to a woman as a female. It's always been a B word. So that let me know, listen, man, this brother is in a rather unique situation because, you know, according to his voice, his corroborations, such and such might be going on with such and such allegedly. I don't know. But the man is also managed by such and such. So it's kind of like, this is a delicate scenario. You know what I mean? You got business entanglements going on. You know, battles are dropping on her platform. So I'm sure there's some kind of business going on because I'm sure you are not getting paid from these joints. So it's kind of like he's got to walk a fine line in these battles, man. So, and there's going to come a point in time where it's either you're screw it, I'm going to just stick to acting and that's taken off enough so that he doesn't have to battle, or he's going to have to say something at some point in time. Because you can't be.
He did tell Black if he gets one of those, he's out of here. he said, you know, one of those. He did tell that to Black, our champion. He said,
I mean, Mans has said it from day one, yo. I'm just about It's about Eazy, and I'm here to get this bread. No matter, it's all about me.
For me.
You know what I mean? So,
can I give you a tidbit? If you really, really, really want to see the writing on the wall,
yeah.
You made it this far into the pod, so I'm gonna just drop this gem. All right. I can get in trouble for this
4 minutes, 24 seconds.
I get in trouble for this, but
please just think about it for 2 more seconds before you say what you're gonna say. Is it worth it?
It's worth it. It's too late now.
Right,
it's worth it.
Let's go, man.
There's an interview around the time when Midnight Madness launched. You know what I'm saying? Remember, he was doing an interview with everybody in media at the time.
Yeah.
And so she did an interview with Eazy the Block Captain. And in hindsight, you could go back and watch this interview now, and everything just like it's kind of glaring in it. Like, there's a moment where she's just like, "Oh my God, I can't stand you. Oh, you're the worst." Like rolling her eyes. I'm like, wait a minute. I know this tone. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You so stupid.
You know, it's just like I watched it back now, like in hindsight, and I'm like,
oh man.
Yeah, so it's in the world. Y'all can go ahead and find it. It's in the world out there. Y'all can go ahead and enjoy all the writing on the wall. Because there's a lot of writing on the wall for a lot of things. Just not just the Remy angle, but just the way he's been handling everything in his career as of lately, and probably is leading up to why he is having the results he's having now online or with the John battle, which we should get into at this point. Yeah. The John battle, well, we're going to break the battle down, but I'll say this much. The battle happens, and, John was a heavy underdog going into it. And he's winning a lot of the polls, bro.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I've only seen him not winning one of them, and it was they had Eazy winning 51-49, but it was the least amount of votes I've seen out of any poll that was out there.
Yeah.
So, and Eazy was like, you see, and I was like, bro, 51-49. That's like barely any people on this joint. Like, what do we do? What about the other 9 of them?
What about the other 9 of them that have 10 times as many votes?
And I mean, the poll that he got, I don't even need to go there, but if you see who was quote tweeted from,
yeah,
oh man.
Well,
so
all right. The
battle itself, did the tape dropping change your prediction at all?
No, and it actually didn't change my result neither, but I knew it would change a lot of other people's. I do think there is a audience of people that is now swayed by the whole, like, there's people like us that we kind of knew that, like, all right, this is legit.
It's gotta happen, yeah.
Right. And then there's others that like kind of felt it, or just battle rap felt it, where it's like it was close enough to being real, but they didn't have the solid concrete like thing. And now they had it. They're like mind blown at it, and now they're like, well, he's been lying to me all this time, and they feel like, you capping, you like, why are you like this? And those people probably have, like, it was smart by John to do that, because it obviously put perception and momentum in his favor online.
Yeah, and now that we're finally going into this battle, it even shows in the first round, man. I mean, Eazy's out the gate, and he stumbles upon the first bars where it's basically, reacting to the tweet that was put out there in real time. And it just made you raise that eyebrow and go, oh, is it going to be that type of night, man? What are we going to get, man? So interesting enough, you were watching it in real time. I watched it back at a later time. What were your thoughts live as it was happening, as the battle started?
Round for round, I felt like that first off, I was like, yo, John won the coin toss. He needs to be thanking heavens right now, because because you're on the road, and you've seen a lot of your bullpen brothers like kind of struggling with the crowd prior to you getting there, and you, at that point, you can't complain about the crowd. You were standing there all night. You saw what it was like, so you can't be like, I ain't getting it. It's all right. Y'all need to like, you can't do none of that.
Wake up.
You cannot do none of that. That's it. You know what you signed up for. So the least the battle rap gods could do is give you the coin toss so that you could get extra advantage, and he got that extra advantage because going second makes a very big difference in these kind of battles. The first round was extremely competitive. You can pretty much find a lot of people split on it. I thought the round is the most debatable of the battle. Well, I thought it was the round that was most debatable until I watched it back a lot of times, and now I actually feel like I have a clearer winner on the first. Okay. But I mean, I still got to respect the fact that I've seen a lot of people say first to go either way. I've seen a lot of people say John won the first. People say Eazy won the first. Are we gonna go? Are we going to the bars? You want my whole take for all the rounds? Like,
I'll give you takes that we could drop some bars and stuff. No,
right,
do the first round, then we could drop some bars from the first round.
Okay, fuck it. I just go to the first round. I got some lines.
Let's go, player.
Because the first, I really felt like this was the one that like everybody's having conversations about. But when I went through it, I felt like, all right, like out the gate when Eazy's like, you know, they put slogans on shirts. So after I kill you, it's either free me or RIP you. Either way, we become merch. That's amazing. And he stays in that rhyme where he's like, I sold fake grass to people. I sold fake grass on people's turf. And pause that bar for a second, because that bar right there just kind of tells you who he is. All right. Yeah.
Speaking of the graffiti, friends, this is not the first time.
This is not the first time Eazy selling fake drugs. Right?
I was selling the oregano back when Reggie was popping. Like, hold on, dog.
When the Reggie was live.
The Reggie, you're selling who does not realize he just bought a bag of oregano, first of all, in the 2000s, right?
Even diluted PCP.
What's ready to kill people? What's the other one?
CBD bar.
Well, they bought 2 pounds. They was mad at hell when they found out it was CBD. I'm like, yo, you're selling.
I showed shit. You selling fake drugs. Like, damn, bro, you don't even treat your customers right. Like,
yo, you're the biggest boss drug don in Pennsylvania. You're selling CBD, oregano, diluted PCP, all sorts of counterfeit stuff that can kill people. What's wrong with you, Bull? Bull's wilding, man. So
yeah, well, the bar
once again, he brings it back to selling synthetic
I saw fake grass on Ninja's turf. Oh man,
yeah, bar's fire though, man.
Bar's fire, the bar's fire, but it's just you stop back for a second. You're like,
who's selling fake weed, bro, and coming up on that?
Well, he's still punching in that sequence though. Then he goes, a disability, it couldn't work. My shooters missed practice. Told him go rehearse. So to listen to 3 of John's 16s. Oh, to listen to 3 16s from John, go to church. That was crazy. Then obviously the put in stripes on white dots and red bags is not peppermint. The dominatrix, this whip's affectionate. When a quarter comes out, yellow tape, this ain't used for hyper measurements. And I'm not gonna lie, he kind of the bars is hitting for me, but at this point, he kind of like spamming the quarter. Like, yeah, this quarter bar here, the quarter yellow tape. Mm-hmm. He had the quarterback sneak bar. He had the other quarter with the. He had like 3 quarter bars in a row. Yeah, like he had like 3 quarter bars back to back to back. I was like, you know, and I like this talk from Eazy, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not mad at it, but I see where people made the debate because obviously John's much more tailored, while Eazy is really doing what he does best. But I felt like what he was doing was more just potent, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, then he gets to the stuff him in the car rapidly. It's a date, actually. Now that bitch don't want to get out the car. It's a Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, that shit was hard. I got to tell the Don, the streets is a made, man. The human body's like a alert system. I was breaking. I seen sunken faces. I caught from the Jamaicans, then sold to the Caucasians. You know, that shit was tough. I like the whole I traded rocks for the game system, literally made the Nintendo Switch. That bar was perfectly written. Fire. But I do see where there's a lot of, I guess, just drug bars that aren't so direct or character assassination type bars towards John. You feel me?
Yeah. All right. All those bars are fire. Nothing to complain about any of those bars at all. But I'm just thinking maybe this is just what I'm expecting, and I can separate what I'm expecting versus what I'm receiving. I'm expecting, okay, this is heavyweight match. These dudes going to be getting at each other. But I understand, hey, he's got his own audience to feed. They like hearing about drug bars. He's in Philly. He wants to get back to the roots of that because he didn't want to get so chatty patty. He still managed to get chatty patty in this battle. There were several things I didn't know about John and these ladies out here that you reveal. But I felt like with John, he's attacking Eazy a lot more in round one. You know, he's getting at him, he's getting at his character while he's still delivering, you know, bombs and stuff like that. Okay, so Eazy stuff might be a bit more, oh, that's ill, because the drug reference and stuff like that. And it's like, wow, you formulated some dope drug reference bars. Well, that could be for anybody. He could be battling you and using them bars, and I'll still be going just as crazy, you know. So when someone is more tailored to you and their bars are just effective, maybe if you're at an 8 and they're at a 7.5, if they're doing everything else and is more tailored towards you, for me personally, and they're taking that time and opportunity to really make the structure for you, it holds a little bit more for me, you know, in that round.
Yeah,
so,
everybody says that, and while I fundamentally would agree, I still want to look at, like, is the bars a bit more general? Is it more potent than the stuff that you have that's tailored? Because I'm gonna flip it on you for a quick second before I go to John's bars. You know, you my good friend on our last show, so you have Murder Mook beating Twerk, and Twerk was more direct than Mook.
I will say this though, I didn't get a chance to finish off because I was letting you finish.
Yeah.
I also, when these mega matches like this, like Twerk versus Mook, I also look at the match in its totality and how the match is developing from beginning to end. And just the way the match carried out from beginning to end, are we gonna just say who we have winning, or you want to go round for round? All right. In a totality, the way the match progressed, I have John edging the battle. You know, he just outlasted Eazy, was more direct at him, and as the match progressed, his energy bar was just higher to me towards the end of the battle. You know, just like with Mook versus Twerk, haymaker, first 2 rounds, and then Mook, he's keeping up, and then as the third round progressed, Twerk just kind of shrunk down a little bit, and Mook was like, oh, I'm gonna still keep on giving you this lyricism that y'all gonna love. So, and like I said, that battle is a toss-up too. And this battle is
same with this
not
battle.
To me, I have more of a clear winner in this battle, but I see the debate for this battle. Yeah. You know what I mean? I see the debate for it, but I have more of a clear winner for this battle. For me, it's more John winning this battle for me, as opposed to the other one where I could be like, yo, yeah, Twerk winning. I'm not even tripping because I might watch it tomorrow and have Twerk winning. You know what I mean?
No, I respect that, because honestly, the whole, I like material that's more direct or tailored. I'm always going to respect that. You know, I just want to make sure that material that is more direct is still more effective and potent and landing more with me than just the material that's not as direct, because like you can be direct and not be effective.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But John was effective, and John had a lot in his first round. He had obviously the chatty patty turned to a chopped cheese bar. Then he had the whole NWA Dr. Dre aftermath scheme out the gate. I really like the shot at the general for people to see. So when the Children Needs book, when I said easy to read, I might have butchered a little bit, but that was tough. Then the hanging on the rim for too long, serve a tech. You know, that was crazy. I really like that. I pull a bullet in the algorithm, shut the server down. I can't tell you where he's from Philly, but he brought every German town.
Yeah.
Woo! That was hard.
His bars, they may not be as, all right, maybe it's not as slick and attached to a drug like Eazy's bars are, but you know, that's some stuff that resonates in a town like Philly. Put a bullet in the algorithm, shut the system down. Like, come on, man. If Reed spits that bar, the building is still shaking tonight. You know what I mean? So it's like John's bars were effective too towards Eazy. I felt like they were battling, man. Bars were.
He got more. Let me keep going. He got the impersonation he did, which was solid. Then he has his bar where he's like, you about to get sent up to date, so keep me posted. A lot more friendly people wherever Eazy going. Like, that's crazy. I really like the I pass a bullseye. That means the target's hit bar. That was tough. The why didn't I shoot it when I pulled the toolie out on Ace? Because my bullets is real and everything in them rounds is fake. Yeah, that was hard. That was fire. We can throw hands while holding cans. I don't need the noise. Who's built to survive? In my Beasley voice. Go from smack to chrome because that's an easy choice. Smack, easy, chrome bars. Like that's always gonna work. Why you had to sell drugs to get ahead, ninja. I ain't have to pump a nickel. That's why I'm still a breadwinner. Like he had some bars for sure that like I felt like was very good, and I could see why people were edging him this first. But that wasn't better. Like none of those was better to me than like Cheesecake Factory, the Nintendo Switch line. He even had this bar at the end of his first round, Easy, where it was like, show me coke that mattered, and I turned it to a solid form. I had everything from 19 to 12, like a college dorm. Like, I just got a little bit more from Easy, and because that's the round is like the most debatable. It ends up making Easy the winner on my scorecard. I got Easy winning the first 2 rounds. John winning the third. John's second round was explosive though. The whole like comparing him to Jada Will and husband swing and the whole being a rim protector lead to a block shot, bro. Yo, listen, man. If Nitty wrote that bar, y'all be shaking your tail feathers, all right?
Come on, man.
I have to say it. I'm sorry. Y'all be shaking your tail feathers. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody will be shaking any tail feathers to Nitty bars. And if I ever walk into a venue and y'all start shaking tail feathers as reactions, I'm officially stepping away from battle rap.
Hey, listen. I'm not mad if you have John winning at all. In fact, I'm super okay with you having John winning. In fact, because like you're right, when you look at the whole totality, there's like a party that's like, yo, John came to Easy's backyard, rose to the occasion, it played mind games, ended probably won the battle clearly in the third round because Easy's third round is choppy. You know what I'm saying? Very choppy. And it's like big picture, John won here for sure. Bar for bar. I just had Easy in the first 2, but I think I'm much more in minority for that. But it is a close John, you know what I'm saying? It's a debatable battle.
Oh man, I mean, they did a good job. I'm not mad at them. The battle was good. The battle definitely was good. They did their thing, man. And now we have the aftermath from this battle.
Who would have won this battle if we actually kept their word? Who would have won it in real time?
If they would have had judges in the building, I don't think there's any way those judges convinced themselves to not give this battle to Easy in the building, yo. I don't know how. I don't know how. And now that we're at this topic, man, and listen, we can go over rounds 2 and rounds 3 and stuff like that if you guys want to. But overall, though, man, in totality, John the Don kind of outlasted Easy for me, and he got that battle. But now we go to the money that was promoted, $25K up for grabs. This is a judged battle, which piques everyone's interest even more now. I mean, was I going to watch the battle? Of course I was going to watch the battle. But now, as a consumer, you've brought me in on this premise. I've invested my Saturday to see an event where there is a clear-cut winner and someone is going to leave with the I ate ass face. And I did not get the satisfaction of seeing that. And I don't know what the deal is. John saying one thing, Easy saying another thing. I'm just like, whatever, man. Y'all need to get that together. I knew something was weird when there were no judges. They couldn't figure it out. They couldn't get anyone to be the judges. They still don't have any judges right now. So, like, what are we doing? Like, this wasn't cool. Y'all don't need to do that. And y'all gonna have to figure this out, man, because y'all definitely promoted it as that, and there needs to be a clear-cut loser. Somebody needs to feel that $25,000 loss because we were invested into that as part of the battle.
It's just straight up false advertisement, and it's part of the reason why we dinged it on the review as well. Because the battle, I thought the main event lived to the hype. I thought it was a very good main event. Back and forth, it's heavily debated. I enjoyed myself. Good theatrics. I got a lot of storylines out of it. But I'm missing the most important storyline, which is what you told me. This was going to be a judge battle with $25,000 on the line. Let's get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. I had for not 1 second ever believed $25,000 was going to be on the floor or truly wagered. In fact, I don't even care about the dollar amount of money, but I wanted that judge verdict. I wanted that because you told me it was going to happen. You told me that. All right. And unfortunately, this isn't the first offense of this happening, a la Geechee Gotti and Bad News. Remember when they had Cole, the NFL player, that was going to put down bread for that, and they're supposed to be judged, and then just cut the streaming, and there's no judge. And it's like, so what happened to Geechee Gotti and Bad News? Like, Geechee's whole thing about this was like, put some money down.
They figured it out behind the scenes and all that.
Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop.
And then Verb and Suge.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We've been calling this out every time you guys, like, we don't ask you guys to make these matches high stakes. You guys are the ones that try to use this as a marketing tactic and just pull the wool over our eyes. And I think that shit is whack. Because at the end of the day, I probably be like, look, it was a good show, you enjoyed it. So why do you need to have somebody need to be a winner, somebody need to lose, because that's what you told me was gonna happen.
Don't promise me a steak and bring me a burger. Like, I'm fine with a burger. I'm not tripping over that. But if you promise me a porterhouse and you're bringing me, some a burger, that's not the same thing. You feel me?
No.
So, fellas, keep your word. Someone has to take a clear loss in this battle. It needs to be a registered L, and y'all need to hang it up because that's what was promoted. Someone has to wear this L clearly because along with this battle came some bragging rights. If it's just leaving it up to the people, then it's just another battle. Someone needs to wear this L clearly.
And I tell you what, somebody's wearing the battle much better than somebody else.
Oh my goodness. Somebody's on the verge of a meltdown.
Look, like this is see, this is the thing with Eazy, right? Like, I really am disgusted with the dialogue of like the culture is turning on somebody, right? I've always disliked that because it's like we don't just the culture could be fickle for sure, and it can be very overreactive to an individual performance, but it takes a track record to make somebody gain your trust or fully completely dismantle it and lose it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just a single occurrence that happens and everybody all of a sudden did a complete 180 on you. It's like, yo, this has all been writing on the wall since when he was on his run on URL. He'll have battles where people's like, yo, I got Eazy winning, but this was closer. This was a closer fight than this one. He's like, no, it's clear. It's like, well, hold on, bro. They don't even got you losing. They just think it's competitive. Like, they don't got you losing. They just think it's competitive, but that wasn't enough for him. You know what I'm saying? Battles that he feel like he won 30. He's not trying to hear no 2-1. It's like, bro, I still got you winning. So like that let me know out the gate he was gonna have a very tough time when he's gonna have close debatable battles. For God's sakes, he went years convincing us that he never lost to Fonz, and it's a judge loss. So like all this stuff about how he's been like carrying himself now, like it's not surprising to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it further kind of just it's kind of got loser energy, to be honest with you, man.
Oh, how the boxing dude be saying it's musty energy. As your man be saying that joke. Nah, man, but you gotta carry yourself like a champ, man, because when he's fighting the system, he's doing things his way. He's battling Hitman. It's the greatest show on earth for the next couple months after that. You're riding high. So when it's the other way around and people don't have you winning a battle, you can't attack everyone because they're sharing their opinions and all that. But granted, you're an artist. I get it, man. And we're not the ones writing the rhymes. We're not the ones taking all of the criticism and things of that nature. But, I saw you with 3, like getting at him for, you're telling this dude who's been here for 10 plus years, yo, you're nitpicking me more to prove to your audience that you're not just biased for me, so I feel like it's making you pick the other person. And it's like, bro, this man worked hard for his credibility. You're on his show, taking away his credibility live on the air again. This is your friend. This is the second time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, come on, what are we doing here? So I don't know. You can carry yourself, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Time will tell. You said at the end of the battle, you're rich. You want to come up, you came up. I can't tell you how to feel. You in that phase where you feeling yourself to the max. You got your money, you got your crew around you. I don't want to say untouchable, but you're moving around, you're moving around like the man, so you got to expect what comes with this thing, and you got to carry yourself in a certain way where it's all right, man. He's rolling like he's supposed to be, and he's not brushing folks the wrong way. And right now, the way you carrying it, oh man.
Does it feel like after every battle, there's like a looming dark cloud of just like post battle, like just drama and antics and like negativity and just
Every
like a little bit of a
time.
crash out, little crash out too?
Well, yeah, definitely the last three for sure.
It's the disaster, the Geechee battle, this battle, the re-battle not so much, but the re-battle obviously had the trenches URL drama that pretty much
Right. But that was a W for him. It was straight smooth sailing after that battle.
Yeah, but it's still like overall, I think there's an audience of people that are kind of just drained by like the post battle, like, oh, here we go, we got to deal with like some drama after the battle with him. And I guess for him, he's like, listen, this keeps me in the algorithm. This is what works for me. And in one side, it's brilliant because look, he's dominated the weekend. But in the other side, I think there's people that are just kind of fatigued by it. You know what I'm saying? And this is why you're seeing the results you're seeing, because it's not like they predicted you to lose this battle.
Right.
You were
overwhelming favorite.
You were an overwhelming favorite. You know what I'm saying? And you had everything in your disposal. You're like, yo, can we beat Eazy in Philly? And now he walked out of there with a lot of the consensus or a lot of the excuse me. A lot of the social media polls, it's getting late, man. A lot of the social media polls like in his favor. And so it's like, yo, this wasn't the case going into the battle. You can't, there's no excuse to use.
Right. Yeah, man. So gotta move better. Definitely gotta move better. I feel like also too, until this whole whatever is happening settles itself and y'all can move on from that, or at least it's gonna be a weird feeling going around, man. Like it's definitely gonna be a weird. The battle rap energy is gonna be weird around. I can't explain it. It's like the Daylight when Daylight explains this stuff. That energy needs to be saged, friends. It ain't pure. It ain't clean. So what you bring around it is always gonna have something going on. Well, and granted,
I mean,
go ahead.
But it's his own doing. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what he wanted. He wanted to be the algorithm, but you either live long to see the algorithm or you see yourself become it. You know what I'm saying? This is a cunning like puppeteer that has like manipulated the strings of the trust of people around him for damn near like this whole past year and a half, and he's skillfully navigated himself to seize advantage of every opportunity that's been in front of him for himself, and he's exploited trust to the point that it's like a currency, and he's left behind a whole wealth of just capitalized connections.
Hey, listen. In other words, he's managed to level up at all costs, no matter what gets left behind. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He's managed to level up at all. You know what? He has, man. Now I think about it. He loves girls that loves bars. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, he does.
He does. Easy. I figured it out. Easy. Listen to me, boy. You're gonna need.
I don't think he's gonna listen to us.
No, he definitely don't watch this show. Easy.
Yeah.
You need to find you a lady that does not rap, that is not involved in hip hop or rap at all. Probably doesn't even listen to rap. Trust me, things will get brighter for you, big dog. All right. You need to leave the rapper women alone. All right. There's always thumbs up about it when you do. You have managed to level up after each one, though. I will say that, Franz. From where he started with the first one, he leveled up each time, and it's taken it to, oh my goodness. I think the one that he's leveled up to has attacked us.
Perfect freeze frame. Yeah, BRB. Yeah. Hey, listen, man. Look, nobody's turned on him, all right? Nobody's turned on this man. Nobody dislikes this man. Nobody hates him, all right? For God's sakes, if he was winning these polls, the E-Hive would use it in their validation. All of a sudden, polls don't matter, or they don't hold any merit. Why? Because he's not winning them. You use those same polls when the predictions were in his favor, or when he was winning battles previously. I don't know. He's still a top 3 or 5 talent in my eyes. Definitely one of my favorite battlers to watch now. And I can separate the persona and all the stuff in between from the artist. But you know, this is kind of what you get with Eazy the Block Captain. So, you know,
it is what it is.
It is what it is. But you know, before we leave the algorithm alone,
second round was so fire too, man.
Was it ever?
Second round was fire.
Did you get a chance to catch him on three letter man?
Did I ever? Talk about fireworks. 3, we saw you fireworks too, boy.
He yeah, we did. He had a lot to say about Mr. TAY ROC.
What's wrong with telling you? Just don't look on the negative side. Should I not tell you?
No,
just
it's a lot. Listen, it's a lot of love. It's a lot of love out there. But when you got niggas like TAY ROC that's on my dick talking about he gonna pull up, nigga, pull up the where, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? You not gonna pull up to nothing. You's a bitch, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? When you got that dick sucking nigga talking shit and his fan base is crazy, and you got a lot of other dick sucking niggas that's such and such are going against me. That shit count. Stop thinking y'all got blind eyes to this shit, bro.
Nobody got blind.
Yeah, y'all act like so don't come on here act like that you don't see it.
No, I never. Once again, I never said I didn't see it. I just said, can you focus on the positives? Sometimes?
I can focus on the positive because I went in there. My positive is I went in there. I ran a great fucking event. And ask anybody that was in there. I was running around, made sure everybody was good. I did a great fucking event. I'm running them shits, and I had a great fucking performance. I had a great performance. That's the positive.
Man, he had a lot to say about Rock, man.
Oh man,
the boy had a lot to say, sir.
Those are not kind words at all, Franz.
No, it got worse actually.
Yikes.
What did you think about all this when you were saying this?
I was just sitting there. Wow. Okay, it was gotten to this point. Like, dude, you guys were brothers a second ago. Guys had the funny handshakes and all that stuff going on. You know what I mean? Brought you along. You guys were doing this and all that together, and you know. But he already said it in the battle previously. I used y'all. You know, my folks back home told me not to get down with y'all. What am I even doing? So I'm not surprised that it's come to this at all. Yeah, the graffiti was there early on, and he already let us know. So this was bound to happen, man. Bound to happen.
Was you. I was like, yo, I'm not going to talk shit about this nigga and tell the truth. Tell the truth.
My nigga, look at me.
I want you to tell the truth. I used to call you. I'm not going to talk shit about this nigga because I called this nigga my brother. I'm going to let this nigga talk shit. He kept talking and he kept talking and he kept fucking talking, until eventually it's just like, yo, fuck this nigga, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? I don't want to come talking about, you know what I mean? If you smack talking about, well, if he rock one, but I don't want it booked over there. Nigga, fuck is you talking about? I don't have to battle your cornball ass nigga. What are you talking about? I'll be good. I'll be good without that nigga. I'll be good without that nigga. He's a fucking sucker. He's a pussy. I don't even want to battle that nigga. He's a pussy.
Yeah.
He's a pussy. He's a pussy. Don't edit this out. He's a pussy.
Ouch.
Fuck is he?
3's like, yeah, okay. But hip hop, please. No. Hip hop, no.
You talk about pull up and do what, nigga? I ain't see you get active never. You's a pussy. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? I done stop niggas from beating the shit out you, nigga. You better say thank you.
Stop. I'm not laughing at what he said. Please, no. Please. Yo, you're on mute. You're on mute.
My bad. Look, TAY ROC got a chance to respond to it.
Please, no.
Tay Roc went live on Black Compass and Polo and Cole. Shout out to Polo and Cole for getting this because they knew it was like, oh,
They was working about.
they got it just in time, and Tay Roc, let's respond to this.
Y'all interviews, y'all mean y'all saying crazy stuff to each other. Do you feel like it? Y'all mean, what do you say to the fans that saying it's going too far?
I don't know, bro. I don't really know how to feel about that because the fans are selfish. They don't really give a fuck about me or Easy for real. Like, I mean, fans are selfish. They don't give a fuck if me and Easy go to jail, hurt each other. They don't give a fuck. We bring and make the battle happen. They don't give a fuck for real. They just want the drama. You get what I'm saying? And right now, this is what they getting. Like, I don't know if the battle's ever gonna happen, but if it does, I'm gonna step on that nigga, and they gotta pay me a lot of money to do it. A lot.
And you saying it's only gonna happen on your route because you know Remy got that the bag.
Yeah, Remy got the bag. I love Rem. Tell her holla at me.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay.
Holla at me. I already talked to Smack. Like whatever the fuck I want to do, I can do. Like I'm not under no contract, nothing. Smack. Step on this nigga whenever, where the fuck ever, but he's gonna do what the fuck I want him to do. I'm not going to the trenches to make his shit look good. I'm not doing that. Fuck you, suck my dick, nigga.
Oh.
Straight up.
Yikes.
I'll be honest. I said this a while back, and I'm gonna say it again. There's a little too much going on. I don't know if I want this battle. To be honest with you, Vlad.
It's about to get. Yeah. I mean, listen. They do it. I'm gonna watch it.
Oh, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? The hell? I mean, I'll pay. I'm not saying I don't want to see it. I'm just saying like the tension is very, very, very high.
I think,
and I was in the building for that whole stuff with like Entourage and Rock and look, man. At the end of the day, like if you go through the timeline of all this, it's just so crazy how like Eazy's Chrome debut is Rock behind him, hyping him up, and I do feel like at that moment in time, the world wanted Eazy to win. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Then you fast forward to his next Chrome battle against Geechee, and Rock is across from him. And then you have a whole bar about Rock. I'm a drug dealer. I just wanted to use Rock to make a profit. This man is telling you again. The writing is on the wall. Just listen to the bars. He's telling you what it is.
What would have happened if Rock was on his side and he said, "I would have been like, what?"
Right. And so like the gun titles thing. I remember when it happened. Like I thought it was pretty weird that like people were defending the fact that like, hey, listen, they don't got to talk to each other. He could just leave. I'm just like, nah, I don't buy that. Like,
nah, fool.
This nah, fool. This is the same bull that's like, yo, you got to report with me, hit me up for things. And it's like, yo, don't you have a rapport with him? Like, y'all have a 2-on-2 battle together. Y'all in the same crew together. Y'all been behind each other's battles. Y'all broke bread. Like you've learned from him. You said you really like leveled up after you guys did y'all 2-on-2. Like, nah, fool. Like, why not contact them? Why not contact Chess? Why not contact any of these guys? Like, what's the point of not contacting them? To let them know. But then you also look at the Rosenberg situation. He didn't let him know that they weren't doing the pod, according to Rosenberg, right? The Rosenberg says he did not hear from him. So and then back to the Hitman battle. I guess in his mind he thought he didn't have to tell URL because it wasn't RBE, but he didn't say nothing either. Now, but he did. I tell you what, the writing is always on the wall. I found this out recently. He did have a report a month before the announcement of the battle where he said on the space, "I've gotten calls for Hitman." So you pay attention. The writing's there, but the point is, it doesn't ever have this accountability of wanting to speak to people. I don't know. He just avoids that. And so with him and Rock, like for a long time, Rock was because like, I'm staying out of it.
Yeah, he just kind of stayed in the back. Yeah,
but shit just kind of went left with Eazy's people and Rock, and obviously when Charles Hennyman, who was the first person with the tapes, in those tapes, in those tapes, there's like Eazy talking about Philly, and then it kind of surfaced that he was talking about Tay Roc and Caution. So it was like, who really crossed who here?
So much going on, man. So much dramatics.
But I think that's why people are tired of it, bro.
Absolutely. It's so, but it keeps the wheels turning. People are tired, but are they tired? Because people are still tuning in all over. You know, he is just a cycle that just keeps on going. But I think he's definitely gonna have to get back to the ground roots and remember why the folks were rallying behind him in the first place, and just be that dude, man, and just carry yourself properly. Because it's all about how you carry yourself, really. Because no matter what, everything that's being said about him, there's certain ways that things could have been gone about that could have kept that shroud of mystery, but still could have kept it like, all right, well, he's just keeping it moving or whatever the case is. But this is not the situation. And now it's showing in your last two battles. Yeah. Not that you're getting blown out of the water, but you're fighting from a disadvantage. And it's going to keep on happening and happening. And you're not battling bums. So people are just going to continue to learn what the attack methods are. And as strong as a writer as he's been, he, like you said, man, he hasn't shown that he can counter this in an effective way, because I feel like he can't speak about the situation. So it limits him dramatically. So it's kind of like, it's going to be a very interesting ride. But as far as that battle goes, I look at it like this, friends. We just saw him say, oh, I wouldn't want to do it on URL. I don't want to do it over there. But a couple of days ago, man said if you give him the money he wants, which is about 65 and a YouTube drop, he'll be over there. But now he don't want to do it over there. Boy, you keep flip-flopping on this issue. I feel like Tay Roc has the green light to do what he wants. So if Eazy's not going to go there, he's not going to go to the trenches. He's going to have to tell Remy Ma, I need 65 or 70 for this battle. And we could do this on y'all league. Put everything on y'all. Y'all handle the promotions and the commotions if there's any. It's not going to spill on my brothers. And we can make this happen. He should definitely go for that. If Eazy wanted that 65, they got to match it for Rock and make that happen.
Eazy, not Eazy. Tay Roc said in that same Black Compass interview that when the whole stuff happened, at the Chrome event with Eazy in June, he saw Eazy earlier in that day because Eazy came to Battle Academy before he went to New York, and they chopped it up and they made sure they were like clear on things or any misunderstandings. They talked about stuff, and then Eazy obviously went to New York. Situation happened. Tay Roc heard about the situation and called Eazy. It was like, yo, what happened? You good? And Eazy's like, yo, nothing happened. I'm good. I'm straight. And so Roc was like, nah, I don't believe you. And obviously now Roc's like, so I knew you were lying to me back then, but now I definitely know you were lying to me. And so, I don't think the coaches turn on him. I don't think the coaches turn on him, Vlad. I think he's turned on everybody that he came on this game with. You know what I'm saying? It was in media that was really close with him for the most part. And, not there like they once were. You know what I'm saying? He's not in the same crew, not in the same league. Nothing about the way he came into this is the same as how he's at right now, except go to City.
Yo, I gotta say is this, man. Eazy, just tighten up a little bit, man. Just tighten up a little bit, bro. Like you're moving just a little. I mean, you're getting to where you need to get to. You get into the bag. You're progressing in life. All that stuff. But as far as this stuff is going on, just tighten up a little bit more, man, because it's showing in these interviews and stuff like that. Just be cool, dog. Just be cool, man. You'll be all right. It ain't that bad. You'll be all right. People been through way worse, B. They're not accusing you of such and such a and such and such a. So you all right, man, in the grand scheme of things.
Well, just another weekend with the Bull, man.
Yeah, it don't stop, baby. It don't stop.
Can't wait to see how this year turns out because obviously the year's over now. 5 battles into the year. Hey, listen, if you told me a year ago that he would clear Hitman Holla on the stage and arguably lose to John John in the small room, I wouldn't have believed you.
Not at all, man. But John, man, John was a prophet. He dropped that song. You gotta think about this. He dropped that song. People made a mockery of the song, friends. I mean, it's an infamous song because people were laughing at the song. Like, why is this guy of all people making the song?
Yeah.
But this guy won.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
In the guy's home.
It doesn't fit.
Not in New York.
Yeah.
Not in Houston.
Yeah.
Not in
and that's why I said earlier, like, even though I had Eazy winning bar for bar, like, It doesn't feel like a win for real, man.
You know, so you got to give him his props, man. To go from everyone, not everyone, to go from a lot of people making a mockery of the song and to him winning, you gotta commend John, you know.
For the longest period of time, he was not only winning so many of these battles, but he was winning the fan votes and polls and stuff going.
Right.
And as of the last couple battles, it's like it's not translating, and it's because of the crescendo of all the things he's done, all the events that have occurred over the last year, and people are just, you know. Some people are going to ride and die by, no doubt about it. They're going to call themselves the presidente of the E-Hive, you know what I'm saying? And others are like, can we just get back to who you were a year ago? Oh, this is too much for me.
No, we're never getting that dude back, yo. Ever. It's only gonna keep on progressing, man. Yo, salute to him though, man, because he definitely made it happen. No matter what anybody has to say, he's made it happen. He's found a way to be independent, create his own sources of revenues, and be his own product. So no matter what's going on, keep your eyes on that. And that's what he's doing. I just would love to see him just tighten up a little bit. All right, let this thing take its course and then just be back and just be like, all right, what got me here? What's going left? Like, what's the disconnection here? Fix that up. You're on your way, dogs. Like, you got all the storylines going. You have everything you need. Just continue to work and just get rid of the nonsense, man. Carry yourself a little bit better.
All right, well, we can close out with this. We do got a little bit of I heard report.
Oh, snap. What you heard, player? I heard.
Let me timestamp this real quick. I heard some things that happened over at Rookies versus Sophomores over across the street at URL. You know what I'm saying?
You heard, big dog. What a note. I thought she was going to start singing some song.
You know, I heard. Let me start there. I heard.
I'm going to tune in a little bit closer to this one. What you heard?
And you could hear here too. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I heard Mozzie. I heard Mozzie learn how to dribble a basketball, and he showed up.
Is he owed that meme? I apologize. I was not familiar with. I apologize. I'm not familiar with your game. No.
Nah, we still don't know if we're gonna ship you overseas yet. But
he didn't get 28 and 10. He didn't dominate.
Nah. But you know, it's funny. Hansel was talking about like he felt in his post game interview. He's like, "Yo, you know, everybody thought I was gonna smoke him, so it put me at that expectation curve disadvantage." And you know what? I'm glad he got to experience that because for a long, you know, he's gonna constantly battle above his weight because he's still coming up in the league. He's still climbing the ranks.
We're already talking about this. We're already talking about. I have no motivation to write for these guys. Right?
No. He didn't say he had no motivation.
I just can't.
He just expressed that he had the underdog curve. You know.
Being the overdog is just so stressful. I'm just so used to being the underdog and punching up. I have to hold my end of the bargain and be better than this man. I can't. What? Ain't even battled anybody yet, man. Like,
look. They had a goodie. So we will. I thought it was funny that Hansel tweeted out, "Wait till the footage drops," to the people that were in the building saying Mozzie might have beat him. But he didn't say wait till the footage drop when people thought he beat Suge in the building. But I'm gonna wait. You know what I'm saying? I think they had a good back and forth. I heard Eunice and Clutch did they thing. It comes down to the third.
You didn't hear here. You just heard.
I heard, but you know, I didn't hear enough to, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you. Yeah. I feel you. Say less.
So they did their thing, you know what I'm saying? They were the writers, they did their thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to see
Mr. Cheeks clapping versus Mr. Sheets happen.
We can end the show, bro. We can end the show. We can just end the show. Like we've been here for 2 hours. Like, you know, we can end it.
Just finish off the rest of the joints. What else you heard? We're already here, man. We're already here.
We're almost done. Wusa was no bueno. You know what I'm saying? He messed up in his first and third round, held himself accountable. He said this is actually his first time messing up in the battle in his career. So just gotta hit the drawing board on that. And so Flair Soul talking about, put some respect on my name. Hey, listen, this is your first win in a year, brother. Put some respect on your own name.
He's had competitive battles against names.
That's true. That's true. But you were projected to be the number one pick. So you know what I'm saying? Number one picks don't get the.
Have we heard anything about Capo and Authentic?
I like Capo's quote. I want to pull this up. Capo had a quote here about the battle, and I thought it was very mature of him. He said here, this issue's a stage, and you always got to give the people a show. I think I got the first and third. I know no one's going to like me saying this, but I think the battle was lackluster. I don't think the crowd was effing with neither of us. The crowd was fatigued. It's tough. I got to go to the drawing board because I'm a main event ninja. So it's on me to find a formula to wake the crowd up. And while that's commendable, I think I respect a lot about that quote because that mentality shows, listen, I can't blame nobody else but me, especially if I want to be the headliner, it's on me to wake people up. I respect that. The only thing is there was 3 more battles after you, though. So they
I'm the main event. What's wrong with these cats, man? I'm sorry for those of you listening on Spotify, Apple. You just heard us laugh. This is why you got to tune in to the YouTube, man. For those of y'all here on the YouTube, if you've laughed at any point tonight, if you feel better than you did when you first started watching this podcast, can you please hit like, share, subscribe, comment? You are you're a trooper.
You got everything you need for the next 2 weeks. That's 2 hour John. Yeah. So Capo, that was a bold statement that I really respected. Then it hit me. I was like, but wait. Rock and Tay Roc and Swervo, Clean and Mac battled. Av and Snake battled. T-Top and Prep. Like, wait, there was you weren't the last battle tonight.
Hey man, he's the headliner, man, for the rookie softs, I guess.
Yeah. But nonetheless, I respect that. Authentic had this energy, like he's not my friend enough. I ain't shake his hand to the battle. F him. Like he was like real on some like So we'll see how that looks. Bandit and Ease, I heard they had a good back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I heard they had a solid little debatable battle too. So I think it's all 5 of them.
All right. Anything about the one-offs?
Yes, I heard Av, you know what I'm saying? He did treacherous things to Snake Eyes from what I heard.
Yikes. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And Av also did take the time to announce that he will be having his own league called Concrete Kings.
All right. Okay. Salute to Av, man.
Yeah, salute to Av. I didn't hear nothing about T-Top and Prep. And I heard the 2-on-2 was dynamic. Heard it was very entertaining. Heard everybody enjoyed themselves on the 2-on-2. So that's dope.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. So we got some little treats to look forward to.
A little caveat there.
Whole season. Looking forward to that, man.
Yeah, you did not let Hansel get the expectation curve bar out.
Hell no, man. Who you think you are, man? That's ridiculous.
Battling somebody that everybody thinks they're gonna smoke. That's who he thinks he is.
Come on, man. Battle in front of anywho, man.
I will say I'm ready for new scenery. Martinis, folks, we apologize, but I'm ready for new scenery. All right, Martinis Madness. Martinez Madness has come to its wits. You know what I'm saying? Leave that for the next generation. Leave that for the next people that's still coming up. These guys, they're talented enough. They're ready to start their URL careers, and it starts on the road.
Here we go, man. Let's get these guys on the road and get the show on the road, man.
Yep.
France, man. This was another mega show, bro.
Yeah, it was.
Definitely don't take these shows for granted. I look forward every Monday to rocking out with these shows, man. So,
man.
Oh, what happened, bro?
I see TAY ROC in the Twitter spaces with Black Compass right now. Oh man.
Hold on. He was on their show. Now he's on a Twitter space.
Yeah, he's on Twitter.
We can play the
right
Twitter. You want to hear a couple minutes and see what he's doing?
I don't feel like popping up in there.
Oh yeah. Oh, you'd have to do all that. Okay, never mind. Oh nah, we can't even go to that. Anywho, man.
I'm the main event.
I'm the main event.
All right, that's all.
That's all. Anywho, man, thank you guys for rocking with us. Like I said in the beginning of the show, man, we're updating some stuff on the website, so please give us some grace. You're gonna see something there when you get there. Just go anyway onto the site, man. Until next time, thank you guys for rocking with us. He's France. I'm Vlad. We'll see you next week. Peace.